Okay.
So, yes, so Michelle has had a good couple of weeks. I was just saying that I felt a bit bad because I was saying how I'd felt a little bit overwhelmed with how much there is to learn, and I want to learn it all, and you never know it all. So take your time, blah blah blah. So I was rabbiting on about that, and then poor Michelle was telling me that she's obviously got module 1 that she's doing on top of, and she's done her Reiki 3 on Sunday to join with the Reiki 1 and 2. She's done a fundraising event on Saturday. Sounded amazing. They've raised £2,500 for the dog rescue charities. And I was just like, she's absolutely rocking it. So you've inspired me, Michelle. Just take it all on. But yeah, it was just really inspiring to hear how she recounts what she's doing, and I know it's all really positive. She said like me, she's a little bit. We didn't say overwhelmed. What was the word we used? I guess it's just acknowledging that there's so many elements, and obviously you can feel the energy, and we want to be the best that we can. But I guess it's just the patience of learning, and that we've got time, haven't we? So, but no, it was good. It felt like we had a shared little connection with our couple of weeks. We could relate to each other.
Exactly how I felt about it. Just mudras, mantras, oh, it's all new to me, that can,
Yeah.
so,
But
yeah.
it's all good at the same time, isn't it? It's all good.
I feel like I'm using my brain.
It's important to keep challenging yourself.
It's harder to, I find like I'm going through the menopause now, and I find it harder at my age, like to retain things. I used to retain things really easily, and I had quite a good memory, but now it's just kind of gone to pot. So I have to write things down.
I know, Michelle. I know.
We all know.
We know.
Post-its on the. I had a doctor's appointment yesterday and turned up at the wrong surgery. I was like, oh.
And yet sometimes I think you do say, oh, it's the menopause or it's the perimenopause or something like that. And actually, if you were 20 years younger, you might think, God, I'm being sick today. I drank too much last night. Sometimes you think, oh, I do think that, because going back into schools now, I don't know about you, Chris, but kids are just as bad.
Yeah, they are, yeah.
So
Yeah, exactly.
don't do yourself down too much. Right, where are we then? Michelle, who are you doing?
So I was doing Christina. So Christina's obviously been on half term as well. So she's had a lovely time with her husband and her little girl. They've been to York, and she's been back and forward to Derby, cleaning out. Is it your dad's house? Did you?
Yeah, we've done a big clean out.
Yeah, it's quite a busy time of it. And still doing the yoga practice throughout that. If and when she said that she's absolutely loving the Kundalini yoga. It makes her feel really invigorated, and she feels it's really good for her, for her body and her joints. But she's doing some of the Ashtanga as well, but feels like the Kundalini is a really, really good warm up. You were quite surprised by that, weren't you?
Yeah.
Yeah, and also, we were both saying that, the Iron Woman book, she's quite excited for some of the stuff in it, and kind of looking forward to trying it out. So yeah, so it's trying to get that balance of everything, isn't it?
It feels like you're really embracing it, Chris.
Yeah, I was a bit skeptical, but yeah, I'm just, I'm enjoying it.
That's good. That's wonderful. Very healing process, I think.
Yeah, I think so.
Your little essay.
Enjoying the frog spots though.
Make me do a quick read. Okay, Chris, will you do Michelle?
Yeah,
right?
I would love to. So Michelle, she's just had half term. So she was saying that she's done some lovely things with Leo. And she said she's really getting into the yoga, like, you know, you are like yoga, like you can see it just like generating from your head, Natalie. I feel like you are there already, but I think you were saying that it just creeps into everywhere now, and you were saying about screens and technology, and you just wanted to get him out, and I thought that sounded really lovely. And you went to the Train Museum in York and you really connected, and I thought that was really lovely. And you said that you've been doing mixing the flow, because you said you've really enjoyed the flow now, and you feel how it like kind of opens you up. So you've been doing the Kundalini, but then mixing it with flow as well, which sounds lovely. But then you said you've had a little confidence drop because you just want, by the sounds of it, you're just doing such a good job and you just want to know everything. And in my humble opinion, that shows that somebody's just doing a really good job, because you just, like, you know, when you're really into something, you just want to know more all the time, don't you? And I feel like that's where you are. And I just, please don't beat yourself up about that. I think that means that you've got a real thirst for knowledge. And I think I feel like that it sounds really positive what you're doing, because you're talking about the mudras and the bandhas and then the Sanskrit and stuff. And it is never ending, isn't it? It's just like a never ending process. And yeah, she said you just said all good, but you've had to have a little word with yourself. But by the sound of it, you've just had a
Calm
really
down.
positive, yeah, you've had a really positive week. I hope that's done you justice,
Thank
Natalie.
you for those words as well. It's really encouraging. Thank you, Chris.
So you're feeling like you're a bit more on top of it, having spoken to each other,
Yes.
which is so lovely to see. I love this. I love you being able to bond. You know, the idea of the whole training is not only that you learn to be a teacher, but you just learn more about yoga, and you make these friendships and you make these connections, and you realize the world is full of nice people, because there's a lot of shit people out there. So you just work with the good ones. Well, you got to know which energy is which, don't you? And you got to know how to convert the energy. Yeah. So you're all in a safe bubble here. Well, I've just been to Egypt, haven't I?
Thought you looked very radiant this morning.
Radiant, which was fabulous, but it was also, as I told Michelle, and Michelle was getting upset by the animals and everything. It wasn't, you know, the balance of life there is huge. You know, there's people in massive poverty. There's people walking around with guns. There's women. I never saw a woman. Barely saw a woman. You know, I saw lots of tourists, but I didn't see a. You know, it's like we are so lucky where we live. We are so lucky to have this, and the more good energy we can bring, and the more freedom that we can allow people, it's wonderful. So yeah, so that's my message today. So, okay, should we go straight into practice? We're going to do, I'm just going to share screen. Oh, there's Volker talking about ambient music again. Right, so we will be practicing Manipura. So how did you get on with Svadhisthana, by the way?
Oh, well, I've just been carrying on with the Muladhara.
I'm happy, no, but in terms of like what your experience of it last 2 weeks ago.
Yeah, good. Loved it.
Yeah, good. It's a bit of a weird one.
They're all a bit weird though, aren't they? Don't you think the Kundalini?
Yes, they are so weird.
Random.
I really liked it.
Well, they're not random. They're the opposite of random, aren't they? But when you first learn them, I think they're a bit so different to what we've done in the other module, I guess.
And they're unusual, aren't they?
That's the
I
word.
mean, it's a bit like, you know, have you done that face yoga app?
No.
It's a bit like the face yoga app where you've got this really weird thing that she's doing, and you're like, okay, that's going to sort my chin out. But it's like that with these things. They're doing different things to your body, and they look a bit weird because you're not used to seeing them. If you're used to seeing them, it's normal, and then you're not learning, are you either? Because you've seen it. So yeah. Right, Manipura. So should we get to the mat? Shall I see you in a few minutes?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Come out here. Come into here.
You need to see my head.
It'd be nice. It would be nice.
Sure.
Oh yeah. But you don't have to. I mean, it's more lying on the floor today, really.
Oh,
What are we doing? Did somebody say that we need something?
Manipura. Manipura.
Is this the music?
So
I'm really rubbish at getting the
Bear
music
with.
up, Sophie.
let me get the music ready first before I even move from here. I'm just trying to find my invite code for myself. Let's go for music here.
it's so cold in here.
Got quite a cool one. Shall I copy link to playlist? Control 2. So what if people can if you can mute once you've started playing the music, just mute. Because then we'll have it like as a follow-on video, won't we?
What is the music? Where is it?
I've just shared it on the WhatsApp.
So if I put Manipura into Amazon Music, will that work?
Sure you've got it on mute so it's doesn't flip in and out. Hang on, just check that. There's the dog. Come on, Rosie. So this is the Manipura third chakra, joy. I'm going to use Rosie as my third chakra colour, yellow. And it's the sun, it's happiness, it's ram, 10 lotus petals, and it's my favourite thing, which is creating. So creating whatever you want to manifest, whatever you want to do, making things happen. Brilliant. It governs the pancreas, the liver, the stomach, the digestive system, the gallbladder, the diaphragm, the spleen, the navel, the intestines, the sympathetic nervous system. And it's related to anything around the mid-back. So the stomach, especially the stomach and the digestive system. The colour is yellow, as I said before, and it's all round here, all round the navel. Just let's bring our hands around the front ankle, exhale back, inhale up, exhale, inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale. Just really opening up the spine, gently opening up, exhale, inhale. Try and even up the shoulders. Good. Keep breathing. Inhale. Exhale. 3 more. Exhale. And 2. Exhale. And 1. Exhale. Tuck the chin in. Head down. Just open up the shoulders. Deepen the breath. Okay. So let's do some sun salutes. Wild of us. Okay. So we're just going to pop to the front of the mat. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, forward fold, coming down. Inhale, half rise. Exhale, hands to the floor. Hold in plank. And drop down. Knees and chest to the... Exhale, move into down dog, 5 breaths. Just very gently to start off, always very gently in sun salute. Just opening up the body, opening up the chakras. 3 more breaths. And 2. And 1. And then gently walk the feet towards the hands again. The knees. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, hands coming down. Inhale, reach up again. Exhale, beautiful. Exhale, love the energy. Weight on the hands again. Hold those legs together. And knees and chest to the floor. Inhale, arch. Exhale, down dog, 5 breaths. Let the body open up. Take 5 deep breaths again. Two more. Not sure I counted that right. One more. Gently walk the feet towards the hands. Soft. Coming up the body. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, forward fold. Coming down. Inhale, half rise. Exhale, hands to the floor. Back. Squeeze the legs together. Knees and chest to the floor. Inhale up. Exhale, down dog. 5 breaths. Now, this should feel really like a piece of cake to you at the moment. I mean, you've been doing so many sun salutes. It just should feel like it just like putting on a shoe, nice and easy. So think about opening the armpits, separating fingers, letting the breath flow through you and going to your happy place. 2 more breaths. Just allowing yourself to move. Easy. Look to the hands again, soften the knees. Coming to the mat for our last one. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, gently float down. Inhale, half rise. Weight on the hand. Stepping back, squeezing those legs together. Go for a drop down, elbows behind us. Inhale up. Exhale, down dog, 5 breaths. Deepen that breath. Three more. Look to the hands, bend the knees. Let's go for a little jump. Go for a jump. Yes. Well done, Chris. Nice bob. Inhale, half rise. Exhale down. Inhale up. Hands down. Lovely. Okay, let's come down to sitting. Well done. Nice moves. Match the my timer. I'm gonna go. Honestly, I think we'll go for 1 minute. That's enough. Right, hands underneath the bottomer. Legs up. Breath of fire. Off we go. And rest. Well done. Oh, just the 1 minute then. Squeeze and hold the body. Squeeze and hold. That's it. And let go. Ah. So we're going to just sit in easy pose. This is a nice one. Just for 3 minutes, we're going to grab our shoulders with our fingers in front, thumbs in the back. Inhale through the nose, twist to the left. Exhale, twist to the right. Very careful when you do this. Make sure you don't over twist, especially if you've got like any issues with the back. Just very carefully as you twist around and just explore how far you can go, but not too far. So just find your edge. Inhale, exhale. Inhale, exhale. Inhale, exhale. And we'll just add sat to the left, nam to the right. You can say it out loud, or you can bring it into the mind. So we sat, nam, 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 sat. I don't know how many animals you've got around you, but they're all coming in here. They all and stop. Ah, squeeze and let go. Well done. Okay. Sit with the legs and arms extended and straight in front of you. Keeping the arms parallel to the ground. The arms are parallel. The elbows are straight, but tightly fold the fingers into the pads, pointing the thumbs straight.
Sophie, I can't hear you.
Can you hear me now?
Yeah.
Let's just take it off me. It's not easy. Life is complicated enough. Okay, let's keep going. Okay, so how are you feeling? Good? So, oh, my favourite, wind release. Okay, so we're going to lie on our backs, 3 minutes. So we're going to literally lie on your back and go like this. Easy. Let's go. Pressing the arms into the floor. Keep going. Deepen the breath. A little bit faster. If you're getting any wind release, well done. Deepen the breath. A bit faster. So think about bringing the knees closer into the body. So you're massaging your internal organs. You're drawing the stomach in towards itself. You're opening the spine. You're allowing the body to open up just a little bit more. Deepen the breath. Maybe you can get your knees pressing into your ribs towards the chest. Keep going. This is where it gets hard. Keep going. Don't know where you are on your playlist, but mine's just stopped again. Keep going, kicking away. Keep going. And you've got to find yourself getting into sort of lull of it, like a centering should start to come. Each time we do it, we stop thinking about the pain and start thinking about the joy. Deepen the breath. Oh, rest. Draw the body in. And let go. One more time, draw it in. And let go. One more, draw in. Rest. Just feel the change. Double leg lifts, lie on the back. Hands underneath the bottom. All the fun ones in Manipura, I'm sorry. You bring your legs down to the floor and up. Excuse my stomach, as usual, making an appearance. Arms underneath the bottom, legs go down. Try and get your feet almost touching the floor, but not touching. Mula bandha tight, Uddiyana bandha tight. If you feel like your spine is lifting off the floor, then just don't go as high. looking good. And try and control it as you go up and down. That's it. Slow it down. Lovely. Sorry about that. Sorry about the slowing down. That's it. Keep going. Okay, I've set the timer. We'll see how we do. You look like you can do this. I'm not saying how long. Push the spine down into the mat. Push it right down. Right, that's it. Hands underneath bottom help. It feels too much, yeah. Hands underneath. I mean, I do it always underneath. That's it. Draw that tummy in. Now find your center again. Each time you're finding that center. That place where you are not disturbed. Keep going. Pull the body into itself and hold. Squeeze. And let go. One more time, squeeze. And let go. One more, squeeze. Onto sitting. Iron cross. Now you could do also single leg lifts if you were finding that hard, by the way. So if you find that hard, you do single leg lifts. And ideally do it for around a minute. But you did 2.5 minutes, so well done. The iron cross, we're going to lie on the floor, legs out to the sides and open the arms out straight to the sides. Inhale and exhale to close. All right, Rosie. So we're doing the iron cross. So we'll just do that for a minute. Weird the iron cross. So you bring your legs out, your arms out. And you need enough space to do this. So you're going to bring your legs in, squeeze your arms in as you exhale. Sometimes it's a bit awkward around the furniture. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. In. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. All right, Rosie. Inhale. It's a bit dusty in here for Rosie. Exhale. Oh. Inhale. Thanks. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Try and make sure the spine is pressing down onto the mat, which is tricky when you're pushing down through the heels. Inhale, open up. Exhale. And draw the body into itself. You managed to negotiate your way around a dog. Well done. Okay. We're coming to our So our meditation is third chakra for stress relief. So the right arm goes straight up in the air, touches the right ear. The left arm raised 60 degrees, okay? So slight Nazi salute. We do have that reference, and it's not a Nazi salute. Just remember that. You're just drawing energy up through the floor into that arm. Palms, maybe bring the palm together, the fingers together. Thumbs are touching the base of the fifth finger. So thumb to the base of the fifth finger. Yeah. Inhaling Sat, exhaling Nam. And this helps heal any weaknesses in the lower spine. It relaxes and rejuvenates the heart. It brings strength throughout the body and stimulates the entire chakra system. So you can carry on playing the playlist, and it plays a role in the anger and stress cycle. So you get an inhaling Sat, exhale Nam. All good? Yes. I'll say, put your hand up if you're okay. Okay. Yeah. Good. Inhale Sat, exhale Nam. Inhale Sat. Well done. We're at the end. We can keep going now. 3 minutes. I've set 3 minutes, but we can work this up to 11 if we're feeling very excited. Inhale Sat. Now I'm not going to talk for this bit, so you can just really focus in, okay? Well done. Squeeze the whole body in. Squeeze. Teeth, nose, face, mouth. And let go. Again, squeeze. And let go. One more squeeze. And let go. And then let's come into a Shavasana. Let's do 3 to 5 minutes. And when you've finished your Shavasana, then it's time to go and get yourself a cup of tea, and then we'll meet back. Okay? So perhaps you want to change the music to a bit more chilled out, or you just want to have a little lie down. Your choice. I'm just going to put my chilled out music on. I'll give you a do another one in case you want to quickly.
and live truthfully, gracefully, and prosperously. Let me give you some opening statements. They are truths to invite you and provoke you in this study. Mind is your best friend and your worst enemy. There's nothing without mind, and there's nothing with mind. Whoever controls the mind controls the entire psyche of the universe. For all your troubles, your own mind is responsible. For your successes, your mind is doing it. Mind has an essential faculty to be faster than time and space. As such, it is so dangerous that you can do things that are delusional, imaginative, and unintentional. And equally, it is so beneficial that you can create things that can be miracles.
Oh, amazing.
Good. Okay, keep going, Michelle. Another page.
Faculty of mind gives you the total facility to express the godliness in you. Mind is a faculty to understand the entire creativity of God. Mind is given to you for you. If there is no relationship between you and your mind, then there is no guidance between you and your mind. If there is no consolidated guidance between you and your mind, then your life will be nothing but a disaster for you, for your children, and your generation to follow. Mind is the faculty that can deliver the speed and power of God, and it can ruin mankind in its own web of imagination, ego, and desire. Mind is a faculty which, when applied through the ego, only ruins a human being and never lets him grow to be better than a mere animal under any circumstances. This powerful faculty is with you all the time. It operates whether you think about it or not. Do you realize how imperative it is to have a clear relationship to the mind? I can go on saying many things that you've never heard. The mind is subtle and interwoven throughout our life, our problems, and our excellence. The mind is tangible, practical, and always with you. You can affect it many ways. It is not something beyond your reach and impact. In a simple layman's statement, there are two ways to deal with the mind. Either your mind is under you or you are under the mind. It is blunt, simple, and true. Whether you're subject to your mind, you act and become inferior. You begin to say things like, I can't help my feelings, I can't understand it, and I can't believe myself. At that moment, you did not use your mind to relate to your soul and vastness. You reacted under the mind and its attachments to your personality, ego, and environments. You're subjected by your mind. When your mind is subject to you, you act and become superior. You have clarity and deliver your excellence. You think, I am, I am. I trust that I am trustworthy. Normally, we think something real and of value when we get a few $1,000s here or a few $1 million there, or we have a beautiful wife or 10 girlfriends. We believe this temptation or that projection of our mind has some basic value. Forget it, my friend. There is no value at all, not even a bit. Excellence, awareness, and caliber come to you when you make your mind play the game you and your soul want. When you play the game, your mind makes you play. It ruins you and creates your pain. The mind is vast and extends through the totality of the universe. It is involved everywhere. So you become a victim. This is like an eyesight test. It's getting smaller and smaller. So
Hang on.
you become a victim in many ways. You're a victim of your subconscious, which is part of your mind. You're a victim of your conscience, which is part of your mind. And you're even a victim of your absolutely supreme consciousness that also acts through your mind.
Okay, just 1 second. So he is quite repetitive, I know, but it also gets quite interesting, this, so hold on. Okay, Chris, can you carry on reading?
When you have established relationship to your mind, you are aware at all times of the frequency, projection, facet, and part of your mind that acts, as well as the chakra through which you act. You realize your mind uses many parts and that the greater mind has 3 fundamental minds: negative mind, positive mind, and neutral mind. Your mind
Just write that down. Negative mind, positive mind, and neutral mind. Okay, carry on, Chris.
Your mind thinks, feels, and acts differently in each of these 3. They colour all your actions and thoughts. Without this awareness and control of your mind, you surrender your own judgments. You let the mind decide for you. Just imagine your normal condition. You may be speaking to somebody about a business project. Just outside of your central awareness, your mind sends a stream of thoughts. You sound good. Actually, you sound bad. You lack confidence. You're wrong. You must be right. Who's the judge? Your mind is a stream of thoughts, impressions, and reactions. It is a collection of animal and human faculties under the pressure of the senses and under social pressure. But you are not the mind. That stream of thoughts and reactions is not you. Therefore, your mind cannot judge that you are good or bad, right or wrong, confident or doubtful. If you do not control your projections and action from a point of equilibrium and awareness, then you surrender your judgment capacity and your identity. Your words and actions lose impact, coherence, and depth. You have incredible faculties in this human body and brain, but without a relationship to your mind, what will happen? You won't have control of yourself to face your mind. Then your habits control you. And when your habits control you, you are a robotic disaster. Call that condition anything you like: interlocked neurosis, crippled awareness, stereotyped behaviours, whatever your terminology. It is essentially a web of habits that rule the psyche and then you. This happens because the mind has a capacity to act like a recorder. A habit enters the recorder and then begins automatically to play itself back in your behaviour, feelings and thoughts. Layer after layer of habit forms in the subconscious mind of each person. Used with awareness, habits help you act quickly, and they automate actions that require little change. Used without a relationship between you and the mind, they steal your spontaneity, uniqueness and projection. You have a choice. Live in excellence and awareness, or live subject to the stereotypes of your subconscious habits.
Okay, so let's just recap what we're reading. So what anyone got any thoughts so far?
I think I think this is a bit, hang on. I'm just going to go upstairs because I can hear my husband coming and I'm just going to get super distracted. So excuse me 1 minute.
Okay, I think my husband is coming upstairs. Yeah, right. So that's a good one. So that's the subconscious mind. No, the conscious mind being interfered with by.
I am. My conscious mind's been interfered with, defo. So I'm just going to go out.
So you definitely need to be able to focus.
Yeah.
And we've got the negative, the positive, the neutral mind, and we've got the all these thoughts swimming through our head all the time. But we're assuming that, and we're identifying as yogis that those thoughts are not us. Oh, hang on. The blesser, the yoga teacher. No, we'll talk to you later. It is more thoughts swimming through are not us. Have you all identified that? Chris probably doesn't. Yeah, you've identified that those thoughts, when you're sitting meditating, are just thoughts like on the periphery of the self. Have we all got to that point? Yeah, that's wonderful, because it's hard for some people to establish that, isn't it? So when it's saying this happens because the mind has a capacity to act like a recorder, the habits enter the recorder and then begin. What do you think that means? What do you think that means?
Like our learned behavior, like our conditioning, all the things that we have just become so accustomed to that we believe them to be us, and actually that's not our true self.
Yes. So anything we do, like on repeat, we learn things on repeat, which is great, but we can become real. I mean, you can see maybe with your friends or people going to work, it becomes robotic. You know, even when we do our practice, we have to still stay present to keep it fresh. You know, that's what we have to do. Any other thoughts on that?
A bit like, you know, I'm a worrier, and it's a bit like if you get a thought in your head and you let that thought, if you think that thought is you, you just rethink it and rethink it and rethink it. And to break that cycle, you've got to detach yourself from that thought. So I'm thinking kind of inwards in terms of negativity. It's a bit like if you kind of get stuck in that thought, you think that thought is you and it's not, is it?
Have you got any processes that you've used to try and distract yourself from those thoughts?
Loads. Like getting yourself out of your head. So like looking at nature, you must have heard this, I know you do your therapy things. So like 5 things that you can see, 4 things that you can hear, 3 things that you can touch, smell, and then maybe one thing that you can taste. So you're taking yourself out of your head. One thing that I read recently, which I thought was amazing, and I use it quite often actually, all is well, all is fine, and everything will work out for the greater good.
Nice.
Safe. You're safe. I'm safe in this moment. So whatever thoughts and worries come in my head, I'm actually safe and I'm fine. And I think that's really quite powerful if you kind of say it to yourself in a moment of worry when you've got those thoughts coming in your head that you don't like. Actually, I'm okay and I'm safe and it will all work out in the end. So I think that's quite a powerful one as well.
I am safe is a lovely mantra, isn't it?
Yeah.
I am safe. Yes.
Also,
Oh,
just one more, because
go
I'm
on.
quite into this. Like, how many times are you like, I'm not good enough? I don't like this. Oh, your hair's a mess today. Like, I like you. Looking in the mirror and saying, actually, you're doing a good job. I like you. You're okay, because it comes from liking yourself, doesn't it? All these things and all these negative emotions, just be okay, be at one with yourself. And I think when you start to just give yourself a break, then I feel like the thoughts calm down a bit as well.
Yeah, you need good internal self-talk and to note. Oh, sorry, another one. Sorry, Julie. Sorry, Julie. Yeah, you need good internal self-talk to note that as well, to make sure you have that good self-talk going on. Okay, let's carry on reading. Chris, carry on reading, because then it's Natalie after you.
Okay. If you choose to live in your excellence, then you must take responsibility for yourself. You must recognize the capacity of your mind, acknowledge yourself, and direct that relationship. We all want to live with excellence and experience love, happiness, and ecstasy of life. How can we get there? You need a simple mind. You need the capacity for innocence before your own soul. You need the warmth of heart and clarity of the head. It is something that you cannot buy in the market nor get by holding on to some belief. It only comes to you when your mind has become pure and most simple. The problem is that without a clear relationship to your mind, the ego takes over, and the ego loves complications. Instead of doing what is necessary and enjoying the fruits of those actions, whatever they may be, you follow the reactions of the mind and create complications. You are afraid and try to control everything. The way you control is by emotional compensations. Instead of creating a clear cause, a righteous action,
Sorry.
a potent seed. I'm used to reading and going quiet, moving my head anyway. So I'm well trained at trying to take myself back to what I'm reading. You want sympathy. To get sympathy, you act with apathy, as if you are powerless and are not responsible to act. You want attention and you try to get it with a shout or a pout. You try anything except letting things progress to success and completion. You have no trust because you have no clarity and no relationship with your mind. That is the reason a human being who is created in the image of God can be surrounded by failures and unhappiness. You act as if nothing is real to you, as if you could act and create without a precise and certain consequence. When you recognize your own basic nature, you recognize the power of your purity, piety, and innocence. You forge a direct and simple relationship to the mind and all its complications. How can we accomplish this relationship? That is why we meditate. That is why we do japa and Nam Simran. In the world of your mind, you feel, you have emotions, you have habits, you have sensory actions and reactions. You may have control or no control. In meditation, you begin to realize that there is a world of you. There is a world of your mind, a world of you. In the world of you, in your basic elementary situation, in your identity.
Wait, go back up here. There we go. Your mind is your servant, not your master.
That is why we do Kundalini yoga. That is why we do sadhana. You are given a body and mind that are designed with the subtlety and power to respond to you and your soul. Yet you act as if they are insensitive and you have no power. You act without understanding or innocence.
Bhagat Kabir reminds us that Gosava Toi Bhagat Kamahi Tabe Manaste Pe Iste Ka Simarai Dev So De Bajha Kesai. Go on.
Through the Guru's service, the Lord's loving adoration is practiced. Then alone is the fruit of this human body obtained. Even the gods long for this body. So through this body of yours, think of rendering service unto God. I know, would you like me to carry on?
Mm-hmm.
I know it's very difficult for you to believe a man of God, especially here in America, because so many people who claim to be men of God have cheated you, betrayed you, or misled you. You don't know who or what to believe or not believe. I understand the problem and your anger. In America, you are only 200 years old, and you do not have a long established tradition that can act as a testing stone for teachings and teachers. Without developing your inner sensitivity and without a profound established tradition to learn about your mind and spirit, many things have gone wrong, and things will keep on going wrong. So what can you do? If you feel you can't believe anybody or anything, fine, don't. Instead, believe in yourself. Wake up and go deeply into yourself. Master the mind. Get to the essence and process of your own life. Stop playing games. If you find I am wrong in my statements, then try to be right and exalt, elevate, and take care of yourself. I do not offer this perspective on your mind as a counsellor. In the ordinary psychological and psychiatric world, you are only responsible to the mind. You must work using rapport to form a therapeutic alliance, and you are confined by time and space since you charge by the minute to do your job. In the spiritual world, we're responsible to take the person towards infinity. We're responsible to the whole self and to the destiny in the person. That is why we are direct. Our guidance may take 1 minute or many hours. That is why we poke, provoke, confront, and elevate. We must speak in a way that confronts you with yourself and that adjusts the relationship to your mind based on your reality, identity, and basic nature.
Natalie, do you want to carry on reading? I'm just going to hang on. There you go. You see that?
Yes. That is why I tell you to meditate, to do sadhana, to conquer your mind and all its facets and projections. As a human being, by nature, you have the capacity for a very deep understanding and sensitivity. Your mind has the faculty to analyze everything in the shortest possible time. So short it can't even be measured. This faculty is called intuition. Normally, your mind doesn't work that well. You forget to develop the meditative mind and your awareness. You forget to care for this body as a temple and as a most sophisticated creation and instrument. Your brain cannot compute well because your hormonal and neurochemical base is poor. Then your power, which is in your basic structure and brain, is not facilitated to understand, to analyze in depth, to compute, and reconstruct the thought forms of your entire psyche. Further, you are not trained to use your mind to synchronize your own magnetic field with the cosmic magnetic field, which has a complete interconnection with all other humans, all existences, and realms of material existence. That synchronization gives you guidance and pathways through every problem. Did you know that? Do you know that as an experience, as a practical skill, you, through your meditative mind, should be in the position to control your projection, attitude, and acknowledgement towards the entire globe. Equally, you should be sensitive and in control of the entire global acknowledgement projected towards you. You and your mind are that sophisticated and rich in design. Without meditation and without a relationship to your mind, you fail to use the power of the mind. You fail to rely on yourself. You complicate your approach. You do not use the beautiful designs given to you by birthright in this body that link the effectiveness of body, mind, soul, and you. If you are pure and your food is pure, your mind can act well and your entire life can be well. You often do things that stop your built-in cleansing and support functions. You do not know or appreciate how well designed your body and mind are. Take an area of your body you feel is very lowly, and you think does not affect your mind, the area we call the armpit. Normally, you worry that that area will create a bad odor. You cover it in layers of chemicals and stop it from sweating. Unfortunately, this diffuses the accurate release of hormones into your bloodstream, which impairs the top functioning of your brain and mind. I mean, that is just mind-blowing, isn't it? You block a window that God created and never designed to be blocked. The armpit is one of the most sensitive areas in the body. The balance in the sympathetic and parasympathetic nervous systems depends on the signals from that little area. Is it sweating? Is it moving? What are the chemical signals from circulation, skin, lymph, etc.? You read your body from those signals. The normal release from the area helps prevent many medical problems. This is just fascinating. Sorry, I just have to say that.
It is.
And actually, I heard about it a couple of weeks ago in Invincible, Guru Jarat.
Yeah.
And I thought that, and the ears, the armpits and the ears.
Mm-hmm.
Sorry, I just got a bit excited there.
Well, it's true, isn't it? I mean, that is like my daughter's covering up their armpits all the time as well. You know, teenagers covering up the sweaty armpits, and they actually should be opening them up.
Toxin-filled bloody deodorants.
And what's
I don't use deodorant. Do you use deodorant? You don't use deodorant.
I use a natural one.
Yeah, you can use salts, can't you, and stuff.
But the teenagers that must be just putting Dove, Lynx, whatever, you know, worries me.
What's the thing you said about the ears?
Do you remember we did that massage? Yeah. Oh, never felt the same since.
It's really good, isn't it?
Sorry, I'd stopped, didn't I?
No, it's what we want. We want dialogue. We're opening up questions and ideas by reading these texts. That's the answer. That's what we want.
Yeah, we need to know, more people need to know it.
Mm.
Did I get to that? No, I haven't read about the cancer at the top.
Yeah. So hang on.
I just went off on a
normal.
tangent of the armpits.
You read the body from those signals. There you go.
That's it.
Excuse the nail.
Lovely varnish.
Oh.
The normal release from that area helped prevent many medical problems, from impurities in the blood to cancer. If you start to get a bad signal from there, change your diet and exercise. Meditate and calm your reactive mind, reduce your stress. But that solution requires you to act, to have a discipline, to sense your own condition. It means you take responsibility and use your gifts and the temple of your body. Periodic fasting is well known to clear the mind and to adjust our relationship to many of our emotions and impurities and impulses. Can you make it a tiny bit bigger, Sophie? Is that okay? I'm just struggling a little bit. That's it. Take the example of Mahatma Gandhi. He fasted, lived simply. When he died, the entire world acknowledged him. Right or wrong, his mind was coherent, and his mind awakened the acknowledgement of the psyche of the entire globe. When you need energy and want to make the mind alert, you do not need to take drugs. Just take kaili chole, black grams, a kind of garbanzo bean. It is a delicious food, commonly available, cheap and beautifully holistic. Prepare these black garbanas with black pepper, black salt, onions, ginger, garlic, and a little green chilies or jalapenos. Eat them every day. In 40 days, they clean your system and they give you so much energy you feel you can leap over walls. Even nature knows these little beans have a special power. You can identify which fields grow them. Just as the plants reach the middle of their ripeness, when the seedlings turn to flowers and then to a pod, the rain comes, lightning begins to play all over the field. It is a spectacular dance between heaven and earth, and it marks that field. There is some secret there between that electricity and this food. There are many techniques to develop the mind and establish your relationship to it. The psychology of human totality and excellence, humanology, has classified the approaches to evoke, balance, and use each aspect and projection of your mind and its mechanisms. Food, breath, sound, concentration, and exercise are all tools you can use. I will elaborate many of these techniques and show you how they relate to your mind. The age is shifting. We had the industrial age, then the information revolution, and now we are crossing into the Aquarian age. This will be the age of awareness. We will be overloaded with information and our psyches will become more sensitive. It will be essential for each of us to know our mind and hey,
Just saying goodbye.
it will be essential for each of us to know our mind and command it with our meditative mind. Without control of these many facets, the undirected mind will create depressions, delusions, identity splits, and a deep core feeling of emptiness. It will be our duty and a fundamental requirement of the future lives to meditate. Sorry, it's just made me a bit emotional, sorry.
Beautiful. Oh, bless your heart.
It's just so true.
It is true. It will be our duty and a fundamental requirement of our future lives to meditate and to command the mind. That is why I just want to talk to you right from my heart. And he wrote this. When did he write this? I mean, 1991, wasn't it? That was before, you know, we had all the information that we've got now. You know what I'm saying? It's like he was predicting it, wasn't he?
This is it. We're right here now. We're right in it.
Right here in this.
I can carry on. I want to share what I know and have experienced. I want to share with you the beauty, the wonders of the human mind. I want you to understand that your mental faculty is not only a power, it is the greatest power, and it is at your call. I am not sharing this to be a professional lecturer or even to start some industry. I want to share some simple truths which are timeless and which let you live wonderfully as a human being under all the challenges we have to face. I know for all my best efforts, many of you will not understand the depth and effectiveness of these truths now. You were trained to prefer emotions and your own fears above simple truth. When you clear your mind and come to the state of fearlessness, then you will understand these truths, their applications and implications. I share this with you for the future, when your own lineage and the siblings of our generations understand and study these words, it will serve their consciousness. They will grow and become invincible and unshakable, and their character will become so pure that they can confront death and life and still smile. Their life will be that of radiance. At that time, the truth spoken today will be understood in depth and worshipped and loved. And don't misunderstand that this is about me. This shall all be true, because I only repeat what the gurus have said. These are timeless truths meant for every person. I simply say it in English and in the grassroots language of every person. I refuse to complicate things for you because you and your ego are already complicated enough. Oh, if you engage your mind, you can be your real self, and you will realize happiness is your birthright. You will decide to at least try to drop your mind's bad habits, to be commotional, fearful, and limited. Try to engage your mind in sadhana. Try to get up in the early morning. Try to understand that the time is now, and now is the time. Those who feel they love God are fine, but those who get up in the morning for sadhana, God loves them. Do you know that God wants to love somebody too? God created this whole universe just to love. God has a special time available to each of us. When you rise in the 2.5 hours before the rise of the sun, the ambrosial hours, and synchronize your mind and heart to praise God, God listens. God feels it so much and falls in love with you so much that it seems unbelievable. In return, that creator touches you with vastness and cleanses your mind. You become fearless, innocent, and pure. Through that clear mind, you can see the light of the soul. And from the light of the soul, you see the entire universe, which is bountiful, beautiful, and nothing but an act of love. We can conquer our failures and win our life if we have a clear, effective mind.
Wonderful. Thank you, Natalie. Right, so this is the last page. Let's all read it together, shall we?
Yeah.
Off we go. May your way always be comfortable. May the wind of happiness be behind you. May you understand the strength of your own soul. May you
always be bountiful to help anybody who seeks elevation.
May the hand of Nanak protect you.
May the power of Guru
around us
always heal you. May the courage of
truth
give you victory. May the world of Sarivanam give you ecstasy, consciousness, and love.
Be conscious and love.
Yeah.
You awakened
Your higher consciousness.
higher consciousness and grace. With this prayer,
this planet Earth be awakened to its dignity. May your higher consciousness and grace of this prayer, let every beat of my heart be with you and bless you forever, ever, and ever. Amen. Satnam. Adonai. Amen. Wonderful. So that's lovely, isn't it? Lovely reading. We'll be carrying on reading from the mind. It's coming up with lots of things. So this week, if you can do one of the Manipuras for Facebook, if you can carry on your daily practice and just checking through what reading is everybody doing. What reading is everybody doing at the moment?
I'm doing the Yoga Sutras and I'm doing I Am Woman.
Okay, that's great. Natalie, what are you
Still
reading?
working my way through the Upanishads.
Okay, lovely.
And other bits I've got on the go as well. I keep
Okay.
dipping in and out of various.
Okay. I've put down here to Chris, what are you reading?
I'm about halfway through the Upanishads, and I thought I'm just going to go into I Am Woman for a bit because it's quite a
Yeah,
heavy read.
have a rest.
Yeah, so I'm having
Okay.
a rest, and then I've started I Am Woman now.
Okay. And just a little bit of writing, but that doesn't have to be done this week because we'll be reading the mind consecutively through, probably even into the 3 intensive days. So you can do this at the end, you can submit this at the end. But if you want to keep on top of what you're doing, you could summarize what we've just read, because always it's good to repeat what you've just read because it's all new information. Maybe you can draw things out of it, remember things, maybe just a little 100, 200 words, nothing really, which is like a page, isn't it?
So
Yeah.
said for Facebook, the Manipura, do you want us to do one of the things that we did in that practice?
Choose one, just choose one, yeah. Just choose one. I always like to do the one which is weird, because that's the one which you might forget, and you'll remember it if you do the weird one. Yeah.
Yeah.
Always nice to see you up there. Love it. Loving it. Sometimes I can just only like it, but I have watched it. And I can't give like thorough feedback sometimes because like suddenly it comes up and it's like, oh, something's happened. But yeah, loving it, and I love how it's coming through, don't you? Just love it. Yeah, it's very healthy. So is everybody okay? Out there. Yeah, good. Let's clear the space. And I'll see you all next week. Michelle, I will see you at 12. We're doing a little extra. Right, are we ready? 1, 2, 3. Woo! And again. Woo! Clear that space, clear that energy, make that room bigger, make your aura bigger. One more. Woo! Okay, have a wonderful week. Take care.
Everybody. See you later.
All right. Bye-bye.
Thank you. Bye-bye.
Bye.